All right, hey everybody, just came from the place where the stadium alternately groans and cheers. RJL Network winding down his 2016 season replay. Yeah, always good stuff. Keep up with it. Good game coming tomorrow night. There's still a lot of shuffling and all kinds of bits going around. I want to thank Dwayne Martz and Aaron Reed last night for doing that game two of that doubleheader with me. Dwayne was actually with me on both of them in the 19th century. So I thought I'd get back to out or action PC baseball tonight. And so Steve Tate has many madnesses out there. And so for the longest time I had his and still do his King of Diamonds file 1901 to 1940 or 43 or something like that. Anyhow, this is the successor file. Sorry guys. King of Diamonds, and this is 1947 to 1993. So these are players on each of these teams. It's their best 5 years or with their franchise averaged out. So there's Bernie Strom. Good to see Bernie. Bernie, I hope you're doing well. I know you're in the midst of a cold, and I'm still at the tail end of this one. Can't quite kick it. So just trying to figure out. And there's Nathaniel Lentz. Good to see you, Nathaniel. It's all too rare that we get to see you, so it's privileged when you have the time to stop in. I know you're very busy. So these are really good. There's it's great league. Already comes with a schedule. There are going to be doppelgangers in this, but that's okay. You can look at it two different ways. Either you can have, Steve Carlton pitching on one club. Well, this was Carlton, different than Carlton was a Philly, whatever. The other thing, of course, is to just take these, mix and match, and maybe draw some teams out of this league, make your own. But it does come with a schedule ready to do. But I thought I would just do an exhibition. Maybe we could look at, I just look at some of the rosters, and you guys could like to see, two teams match, just in an exhibition game. All right. So we'll just start up here and see who's with the Chicago Cubs. All right. We got Billy Williams and Don Kessinger, Hank Sauer, Ron Santo, Ernie Banks, Mark Grace, Glenn Beckard, Ryan Sandberg, Keith Moreland, Andre Dawson, Bill Buckner, Jose Cardenal, Rick Monday, Jody Davis, Leon Durham, Randy Hundley, Phil Cavaretta, and Dick Bartel. And then we have Fergie Jenkins, Greg Maddox, Rick Russell, Bill Hans, Dick Ellsworth, Ken Holtzman, Rick Sutcliffe, Bob Rush, Warren Hacker, Lee Smith, Scott Sanderson, and Bruce Sutter. So that's for these Cubbies. And let's just see. Let's just pop around. Let's kind of do the rest of them in alphabetical order. Just pick the Cubs out first. But obviously, there's going to be strong squads. Very much a sort of a kind of all-time greats league, but time constrained and averaged out and a little bit different. And I think these are both great files. As everything that Steve does is. Um, we have the Braves here: Ralph Garr, Hank Aaron, Dale Murphy, Felipe Alou, Felix Mian, Johnny Logan, Eddie Matthews, Joe Torre, Bob Elliott, Glenn Hubbard, Bill Bruton, Del Crandall, Bob Horner, Jeff Blauser, Rico Cardi, Tommy Holmes, Joe Adcock, Bruce Benedict, Warren Spahn. We're not going to go through every team. Warren Spahn, Lou Burdett, Tom Glavine, Phil Necro, Johnny Sane, John Smoltz, Rick Camp, Cecil Upshaw, Don McMahon, Gene Garber, Tom House, Kent Merker. And got to look at my beloved Pirates here. And then we'll switch and look at a couple American League teams. And then we'll pick two teams, just have them play. I'm thinking Dodgers Giants. That's always a fun one. So here we got Roberto Clemente, Dick Groat, Matty Alou, Johnny Ray, Dave Parker, Bobby Bonilla, Bill Mazeroski, Ralph Kiner, Manny Sanguian, Jay Bell, Don Clendenin, Andy Van Slyke, Tony Pena, Barry Bonds, Willie Stargell, Richie Hebner, Bill Madlock, Smokey Burgess, and Al McBean. The only pitcher in here has a batter. Not sure why that is, but that's okay. And then for pitchers, we have Bob Veal, Doug Drabeck, Bob Friend, Steve Blast, Doc Ellis, Vern Law, John Candelaria, Jim Rooker, Roy Face, Al McBean as a pitcher properly, Kent Caldy, and Dave Justy. Since Bernie's in here, it's only fitting that we look at the Boston Red Sox. So Jim Rice, Dom DiMaggio, Wade Boggs, Carl Yastrzemski, Dwight Evans, Jackie Jensen, Johnny Pesky, Bobby Dorr, Fred Lynn, Pete Runnels, Rico Petroselli, Vern Stevens, Billy Goodman, George the Boomer Scott, Ted Williams, Carlton Fisk, Sammy White, Rich Gedman, and Tom Bergmeyer. Pitching, pretty good pitching staff here, of course. Roger Clemens, Luis Tiant, Mel Parnell, Frank Sullivan, Bruce Hurst, Dennis Eckersley, Ellis Kinder, Bill Lee, Bob Stanley, Dick Raditz, Sparky Lyle, and Tom Bergmeyer. Again, so I'm not sure why, I don't know if Steve's aware of this, why there are pitchers in here as batters. I don't know if this league was set up with DH in mind or what. I've never seen that before, but it's fine. And for Nathaniel, let's look at Milwaukee. So again, so we have George Scott. So again, we are going to have some doppelgangers. Cecil Cooper, Robin Yount, Dave May, Paul Molitor, Ben Ogilvie, Gorman Thomas, Don Money, Ted Simmons, Jim Gantner, Rob Deere, B.J. Surhoff, Sixto Lascano, Greg Vaughn, Charlie Moore, Greg Brock, Bill Spires, Ed Romero, Mike Caldwell, Teddy Higuera, Jim Slayton, Moose Haas, Chris Bosio, Jim Colborn, Bill Travers, Chuck Krim, Eduardo Rodriguez, Dan Plesac, Bill Castro, and Bob McClure. So, yeah, not sure. So, again, this is. I'll do that after the game, Tex Ags. I was like, actually, after the game, not feeling well. I actually hit the sack like right away afterwards. So I'll post that tonight after the game. That's the older, right? That's the 1901 to now. So how it's because again, Bernie, this is their best years with that best 5 years with that franchise averaged out. I believe it's either best 5 or best 3 years. So again, you would have to ask Steve Tate more about the whys and wherefores, the whys and wherefores. So anyhow, I'll get that up there. Tex, I'm sorry. I was just really that absolutely knackered. Yeah, not a bad Brewers team. Not a bad Brewers team. Oh no no no! I mean, all I have to do is just put the file up there. In fact, I could probably do it right now while we're talking. All right. So then that way I do not forget. Okay. And since I'm not on Out of the Park Baseball, I don't have to worry about sound cutting out. All right. So let me do that right now, Tex. And this will be the early King of Diamonds. I will change my name later. Good God, leave me alone. All right, so I'm going to put it in the Ned McGreevy Discord, and I'm going to put it under. Let's see. Do we want to do? Let me see. Yeah, we'll do it under team roster. So you want to look at team rosters in the Ned McGreevy League. Text, and I'll put that up right now. Okay. So let me see here. We got to go to C and DK Sports Data. It's going to take me a minute to find it. Oh my God, let me see. And then that way it is done, and I don't have to feel terrible. There's some 3-year franchise files I've got to show you guys too. That these are really good. I can't remember if these. I don't think these are the work of Steve Tate, but these are cool too. But that'll be for another night. Just give me a second, guys. I think if alphabetically, and right now in my seasons folder, there's like 400 and some whatevers. So hopefully everybody has had a good Monday and all that happy stuff. Happy, joy, happy, joy. Man, I should have done this last night. And I know it's in here. There we go. It's right there. It's just going to be, it'll say 1901 to 1942 franchise. All right. So, and it is now on the McGreevy Discord under team rosters. So there you go. It is done. Okay. All right. And then you get a beautiful view of my Windows Explorer. Okay, I don't know. I think Giants Dodgers. So this is just going to be an exhibition. Thank you, Nathaniel. Yeah, this is just going to be Giants Dodgers. Just at bat by at bat. This isn't one of those pitch by pitch games. So let's have fun. And we're going to be playing in Polo Grounds. So we're going to have the Dodgers visit the Giants. All right. So, boom and boom. And I don't know. Let's play the game in June 30th. Why not? All right. And LA will be the computer team. And I'm just going to it's going to be Don Drysdale versus Gaylord Perry. Actually, no. I don't think it's going to be Gaylord Perry. I'd rather have Juan Marichal. Okay. There we go. Looks like Steve had these set up for DH. I'm just going to leave it like that rather than jump back out and fix it. So let's have some fun. Just an exhibition game. You're welcome, Tex. You're welcome, man. All right, and here we are at the legendary Polo Grounds. This is an exhibition game today between the Dodgers and the Giants. So, trying not to use their city names because there will be some New York Giants on here and some Brooklyn Dodgers. Anyhow, so it's going to be Don Drysdale against Juan Marichal. So this will be a fun little exhibition game. Weather at game time here in June 30th, 75 degrees, wind speed 10 miles per hour left to right. So a rather calm, or rather very comfortable day in late June in the Big Apple.
Play ball!
All right, kind of fun to get back to action PC baseball, as I love it dearly. All right, for the Dodgers, let's look at the starting lineups. Leading off at shortstop, Maury Wills batting second, and DH, Pee Wee Reese batting third at second base, Jackie Robinson batting cleanup in center field, the Duke of Flatbush, Duke Snyder batting fifth and catching, Roy Campanella batting sixth at first base, Gil Hodges batting seventh in right field, the Reading Rifle, Carl Furillo batting eighth at third base, Ron Say, and batting ninth in left field, Tommy Davis. Don Drysdale takes the hill. We'll look at Drysdale's numbers when we get to the bottom of the first. The lineup for the Giants leading off in right field, and got to make sure which Bonds we have here. It's Bobby Bonds. Hey, we get to see some Bobby Bonds for a change. All right, batting second is shortstop Alvin Dark, batting third in center field to say hey kid Willie Mays, batting cleanup and DH tonight. Stretch McCovey, batting sixth at first base. Will Clark, Will Clark. That's a good picture. We always get Will Clark and Jack Clark messed up sometimes. Batting sixth, left field, the baby bull Orlando Cepeda. Batting seventh over here, Jim Ray Hart at third. Batting eighth at second base is Robbie Thompson. And batting ninth and catching is Doug Rader. And on the mound is Juan Marichal. So a 2.30 earned run average in this league, 22 wins, 10 losses, 286 innings pitched, 45 walks, 210 strikeouts. And be right back with you guys in 1 second while I answer this little ping. All right. Sometimes when things ping, you got to do your thing. All right, somebody just sent me a really bad joke. All right, here we go. So Maury Wills steps in with a 289 average. Not looking for big home runs from Wills, but what you look for is steals, and he has 65. All right, we're ready to get underway here. Juan Marichal to deliver. Here is the 2-1 pitch. coming to Maury Wills, and Wills chops this one to second. Thompson is up with it, and over to Clark for the 4-3 putout. So one away here for the Dodgers in the top of the first, and here is the designated hitter, Pee Wee Reese. 11 home runs, 66 ribbies, 23 steals, 274. Again, if anybody you download the files that Steve has put up, or I've put up for him on his behalf or whatever, please do show your appreciation. You guys are all good about that, I know that. But, you know, a lot of new people are joining in our McGreevy Discord and may download them and may not pass thanks. So this is more for anybody listening outside the folks that are in here. All right. So Marichal kicks and deals the 0-1 fastball to Reese, and this one scorched up the middle under the glove of Robbie Thompson. Or I'm sorry, Robbie Thompson. Yeah, okay. We have Robbie Thompson and Bobby Thompson without the P. Anyhow, send him to center for a base hit. So Pee Wee Reese aboard, and here is Jackie Robinson, a 330 average, 16 round trippers, 93 runs batted in, 23 steals. Reese leads off second. Marichal checks the runner. The 1-2 pitch. And Robinson swings in this curveball. Long fly to left, and you can kiss this one goodbye. Jackie Robinson takes Marichal downtown. And, of course, it looked further than it was. Short porch here, 299 feet. But that still counts as a dinger. And the Dodgers put two, or the Dodgers put two on the board here in the top of the first. And here's the Duke of Flatbush. Duke Snyder, the center fielder, hitting .312 for the Dodgers. 41 home runs, 117 runs batted in. Marichal with the 0-2 delivery. Fastball swung on. Fly ball down the right field line, giving chase in foul territory on the right-hand side is Bobby Bonds, but this one will get out of play. Snyder back in the box, and the 0-2 pitch from Marichal. Changeup this time. And Snyder swings, long fly ball to left. Cepeda, though, has it as it gets down into his glove for the second out of the inning. And here is the great Roy Campanella. Campanella, 296 hitter, 30 home runs, 104 runs batted in. Definite firepower on both sides of the diamond tonight. Marichal brings it home. Campanella swinging on this fastball. Hard comebacker to the mound to Marichal, who will fire onto Will Clark, and that will end the inning. However, the Dodgers pick up 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 1/2 inning, it's the Dodgers 2, and the Giants coming to back. Small crowd tonight, but it's fine. It's all about the community. All right, Bobby Bonds will lead it off here against Don Drysdale in the bottom of the first inning. Bobby hitting .279, 31 home runs, 89 runs batted in, 41 steals for Bobby Bonds. Drysdale, the 2-2 pitch, and fastball, and a swing and a miss by Bobby Bonds. And Don Drysdale picks up the K. So 1 out here for the Giants, as shortstop Alvin Dark steps in. 297 hitter, 16 home runs, 69 ribbies for Alvin Dark. Drysdale lets it go. The 1-1 pitch, fastball. Dark cuts on this one, and this one a shot back to the mound. And Drysdale, quick reflexes there, fielding it off the bump and fires on to Gil Hodges for out number 2. And that brings up Willie Mays. Willie Mays, 308, 45 home runs, 118 runs batted in. Bases empty, 2 down. Drysdale deals the 0-2 pitch, and Mays swings on this changeup. Routine play for Ron Say as he will fire on to Gil Hodges for the 5-3 putout, and the Giants go quietly. And we head to the top of the second. It's the Dodgers 2 and the Giants nothing. Gil Hodges will lead it off here for the boys in blue. Hodges, a .282 hitter, 35 home runs, 114 runs batted in for him. Juan Marichal has the sign from Raider. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Hodges swings, and a bounding ball down to first. And Clark will take it 3 unassisted. 1 up, 1 down now for the Reading Rifle, Carl Furillo. 308 average, 20 home runs, 86 runs batted in for him. Marichal winds and deals the 1-1 curveball, and this one smacked to left for a base hit. Cepeda up with it, gets it into Alvandar, quoting Furillo to a single. Furillo, not really a threat to steal, just 2 steals last season. Ron Say now, 269 hitter, 26 home runs, 91 ribbies for him. Marichal brings it home. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Say, and Say swings in this curveball, and this one blooped to left, base hit. Furillo rounding second. Here's the tag by Jim Ray Hart, not in time, and Say will make second on the play. The throw gets to the outfield. Say moves to third, and 1 run is in for the Dodgers, so it is now 3-0. That was. Are we going to see the shot heard around the world? Well, we will need Bobby Thompson in the lineup for that to happen, as opposed to Robbie Thompson. But you never know. You never know. I do want to do something. I've talked about this, guys. Picking out some great games in baseball history, and certainly they're not going to turn out the way they were, but just to talk about the games, and that would include that great 1951 game, the shot heard around the world. Bobby Thompson dashed the Brooklyn Dodgers World Series hopes that year, and other great games that you guys can think of. Certainly would love to do them. So think about some games, and maybe I'll put something up in Discord or something, games you'd like to see. And again, we can just talk about them. They're not going to be what they were, but it'd be fun. So, not you're bad at all, man. There we go. 1960 Game 7 World Series. Would love to do it. So we'll do a series of those. I've got a lot of series things going on, but anything that, to garner community involvement in what you guys would like to see, in addition to my crazy 19th century stuff and dead ball stuff. All right, so here is Tommy Davis now. 305 average for Davis, 17 home runs, 86 runs batted in. Ron Say is on third. Marichal from the stretch in the 0-2 pitch, curveball. Davis cuts and misses, so 2 down now. And here's the pitch to Maury Wills, and he also a rip and a miss. So the Dodgers pick up 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the second, and it's the Dodgers 3 and the Giants nothing. And Steve Tate's KOD, King of Diamonds, 1943 to 1947 to 1993 file. So this is the companion to the 1901 19 to 1942 that I've already posted, thanks to Steve's kind permission last night. And we've lost another viewer, but the hardcores are sticking in there, and that's fine. All right, it will be McCovey, Clark, and Cepeda due up for these Bay Area Bombers. McCovey with a 294 average, 37 home runs, 109 runs batted in for stretch. He's assuming the DH mantle tonight. And 1-1 pitch from Drysdale. Fastball sent down the line to right. It has distance, but making a fine running catch in right field is Carl Furillo. So 1 up, 1 down now for first baseman Will Clark. Clark hitting a 305 last season, 27 home runs, 104 runs batted in. Also make sure to check out, the Don Larson perfect game in 1956. That will be another great one. Going back into my wheelhouse, the famous game between the Giants and the Cubs, that playoff game due to the Merkle mishap, I prefer to call it. So yeah, so many games. So think about some things, man. I think it'd be a lot of fun, guys. All right. Will Clark waits for the Drysdale delivery. Here's the 1-0 fastball, and Clark pops this one behind the plate. Campanella flings aside the mask and makes the catch. So 2 Giants up, 2 Giants down for the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda, 309 average, 33 home runs, 111 runs batted in for Cepeda, and 14 steals to his credit. Drysdale kicks and deals the 0-2. Changeup. Tried to pull a chain in Cepeda. Liner to center field. Snyder ranges to his left and trots the horsehide down. So the Giants this time are turned away, and we go to the top of the third. And it's the Dodgers 3, the Giants nothing. The Dodgers will send up the number 2, 3, 4 hitters, Pee Wee Reese, Jackie Robinson, and Duke Snyder. Pee Wee lined a single back in the first. Marichal kicks and delivers 1-0 pitch. Reese cuts on a curveball. 3 Harper to short. Alvin Dark gloves it and in one nice graceful motion fires onto Will Clark for the 6-3 putout. So 1 up, 1 down here now for Jackie Robinson. And Jackie Robinson a 2-run shot back in the first. At that time making it 2-0 Dodgers. Marichal with the 0-2 pitch. Fastball to Jackie Robinson. Fly ball, medium center, and Willie Mays draws a beat on it and makes the catch. So 2 up, 2 down here for the Duke of Flatbush. He gave it a ride to deep left center last time up. Marichal with the 1-2 pitch. Fastball, this one slapped foul on the first base side. The count 1-2 on Snyder. Here's Marichal's delivery. Snyder swings, bounding ball to second. Thompson to Clark, and the Dodgers go 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the third inning. And the score remains the Dodgers 3, the Giants nothing. And it would be Jim Ray Hart, Robbie Thompson, Doug Rader due up here. Jim Ray Hart, a 284 hitter, 28 home runs, 89 runs batted in for him. Stands in on the right-hand side. Don Drysdale winds and fires the 1-2 pitch. Curveball popped high in the infield. This one twisting foul on the first base side. Hodges just over the line makes the catch. So 1 away here for Robbie Thompson. 16 round trippers for him, 54 runs batted in, and 11 steals. Drysdale with the 2-2 pitch. Curveball to Thompson. Base hit between second and short. And Thompson's going for 2. And the tag by Jackie Robinson not in time. So the Giants trying to get something going with 1 down. And here comes the catcher, Doug Rader. Rader hitting 283, 4 home runs, 32 runs batted in for the Giants catcher wearing Phillies livery. Drysdale set to work. Here's the 1-2. Fastball. Rader swings, fly ball left field, sinking liner. Tommy Davis making the catch in left field. So 2 away here in the Giants third, and Bobby Bonds will stride to the plate. He struck out against John Drysdale his last time up, the only strikeout thus far for Drysdale in the game. He checks Robbie Thompson at second, and the 0-2 pitch, fastball to Bonds, and Bonds nothing but air. Second strikeout for Don Drysdale. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. We go to the top of the 4th inning here at the Polo Grounds, and it's the Dodgers 3, the Giants nothing. And Roy Campanella will lead it off, followed by Gil Hodges and Carl Ferrello. Campanella grounded back to Marichal in the first. Marichal deals. Campanella swinging on this first pitch fastball. Liner to right field. Base hit. Bobby Bonds fires into Robbie Thompson. So Campanella aboard. Not really a threat to steal, just 3 stolen bases. And here is Gil Hodges grounded to first back in the second. Marichal deals the 2-1 pitch. Fastball swung on. Fly ball to left and toward the line in left field, and making the catch is the baby bull. So 1 out. Campanella will get back to first, and it brings up Carl Ferrello, who is 1 for 1. Grounded a single back in the second. Marichal brings it home. The 3-1 pitch to Ferrello. Fastball. This one chopped to third. Jim Ray Hart's play will be to first, and it's going to be close, and they do get Ferrello by a half step. So 2 down. Roy Campanella in scoring position for the Dodgers as Ron Say steps in. RBI single that scored Carl Ferrello back in the second. Doug Rader sets the target for Juan Marichal. Here's the 2-0 delivery. And Say lines this curveball right to Jim Ray Hart at third. No runs, one hit, no errors, a man left. And we go to the bottom of the fourth inning. And it's the Dodgers 3 and the Giants nothing. Drysdale working on a one-hitter right now. Alvin Dark, Willie Mays, and Willie McCovey to bat for the Giants. Alvin Dark back in the first, grounded right back to Don Drysdale. The 2-0. Fastball, and this one line to right, base hit, converging Snyder and Ferrillo. Ferrillo gets to the ball first, gets it into the infield. So Alvin Dark at first. And that brings up the Say Hey Kid, Willie Mays, nothing for one in the game, grounded for third back in the first. Campanella sets the target for Drysdale. Here is the 2-2 pitch. Fastball to Mays, fly ball center field. Snyder back on it and making the grab for out number one. So Dark getting back to first. Mays, one of the great center fielders. In that great era of center fielders, Snyder, Mays, and, of course, the Commerce Comet, Mickey Mantle. All right, here's Willie McCovey now. He gave it a ride down the deep right field line last time up. Dark, a couple steps off first. Drysdale with a check of the runner. The 1-0 pitch to Stretch. Fastball, and this one spanked into right. Base hit. Ferrillo gets the ball, fires into Robinson. And Dark feigning going to third, but Robinson with the double pump, and Dark's not going to run on Jackie. All right, so two Giants aboard, and the tying run comes to the plate in the personage of Will Clark. So Clark popped to Campanella his last time up. Clark does have some power and can tie it up with a swing of the bat. As you know, the 1-1 pitch, curveball, and this one just a little squibber. This one, Gil Hodges will watch roll foul. So the count 1-2. Drysdale once again to Will Clark. And this one, liner to right, and Ferrillo has it. There was a delay in the call as the umpire wanted to make sure that Ferrillo didn't trap it. So nice play picking that off a tall blade of grass here at the Polo Grounds. So two Giants on, but two out, and the Baby Bull needs to get a safety here to break up this shutout. He flied to deep right center last time up. Drysdale with the 0-2 delivery. Fastball to Cepeda, and Cepeda takes this one all the way to the wall for extra bases. So 2 runs will score. Alvin Dark and McCovey will both score, and the Giants now within striking distance. Cepeda with a 2 RBI double. It's the Dodgers 3 and the Giants 2. All right. Yeah, so, all kinds of great ideas. All right. I'll check something for you guys because I'm always nice about this. Always nice. All right. So everything looking cool. Everything looking cool. Everything looking great. Just wanted to see if anybody else was streaming for your pleasure. I know that Legends might be on tonight doing something F-ballish with either Madden or Action PC F-ball. So for you F-ball fans, enjoy that. That will be on probably a little bit later. All right. So 2 out. Here's the pitch. The 2-2 to Jim Ray Hart. Curveball. And Jim Ray Hart looks at called strike 3. But the Giants come up pretty large here at the end of the fourth inning with 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. 4 in the books. And it will be the Dodgers 3 and the Giants 2. Tommy Davis will lead things off here and swing around the top of the order. Maury Wills and Pee Wee Reese. Marichal peers in, has the sign from Doug Rader. Marichal into the windup and the 1-1 pitch. Fastball cut on, and Will Clark a few steps to his right and barehands it and fires on to Will Clark to retire Tommy Davis, and we are back at the top of the order now for Maury Wills. Wills nothing for 2. He's grounded to second and struck out. Marichal with the 0-1, and they were looking bunt, and Wills just a little squibber back to the mound. Marichal with the easy 1-3 putout. So 2 down. Wills trying to get on and steal a few bases, and not happening this time. 2 down now. Pee Wee Reese is 1 for 2. Singled back in the first, grounded to short in the second. Marichal delivers. Here's the 1-0 to Reese. Fastball, and this one sent to medium right, and making the catch is Bobby Bonds to retire the side. So the Dodgers go quietly. We go to the bottom of the fifth here at the Polo Grounds in a very fast-moving game. We're just 36 minutes into it. And it will be Robbie Thompson, Doug Rader, and Bobby Bonds. Robbie Thompson 1-for-1, doubled back in the third. Drysdale with a 2-1 pitch. And Drysdale, as he was known to do, hit Robbie Thompson. So Drysdale, they said, would throw at his grandma. And trying to establish himself inside. Robbie Thompson not giving any quarter. And Don Drysdale taking him to school a little bit there. Now here's Doug Rader. He's 0-for-1. Fly to deep left back in the third. Thompson with 11 steals will pick his spots. A rather conservative leadoff first, though, right now. Drysdale, nonetheless, with a check of the runner. The 0-2 pitch to Rader. Curveball. This one grounded to Jackie. Jackie's only play will be to Gil Hodges at first on the 4-3 putout. Robbie Thompson will move into scoring position. So the tying run for the Giants now out there in the middle of the diamond. And here's Bobby Bonds. We're back at the top of the order. Bonds has struck out twice against Don Drysdale. Drysdale has the sign from Campanella. Another check of Robbie Thompson. The set and the 1-1 pitch. Fastball. And Bonds sends this one to center field. Snyder ranging over to his right. Makes the catch. Tagging at second, but not going to third as a strong throw from Snyder gets into Ron Say at the hot corner. So Robbie Thompson remains at second base. 2 down now for Alvin Dark. Singled back in the fourth his last time up. Drysdale with a payoff pitch to Alvin Dark. And this fastball missing high and outside. So 2 Giants aboard. And here comes Willie Mays. Mays is 0-for-2. He's grounded to the third, fly to left center. And Campanella out to have a quick word with Don Drysdale. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Willie Mays. Fastball, and Mays unable to catch up to that one. 4th strikeout for Don Drysdale. The Giants strand a pair, and we go to the top of the 6th, and the Dodgers holding on to a thin 3-2 lead over the Giants. The Dodgers 3-5-0. The Dodgers 3-5-0. The Giants 2-4-0. Dodgers have stranded 2. The Giants have left 4 out in the cold. So just take a moment here to remember September 11th, 2001, and pray that something like that never happens again. So if you remember where you were on that day, just pause a moment and think that you were able to, I don't know, go to sleep that night and wake up the next morning with your loved ones. And those people that went to work at the Pentagon, at the World Trade Center, and in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, which always seems to get forgotten. None of those people, when they kissed their loved ones goodbye that day or what have you. So try to remember them. Not a political statement, just it was a very, very dark day in our history. So Tex Aggs was at work in a meeting. Jackie Robinson 1-for-2 here. So Jackie again with that 2-run shot back in the first. Marichal with the 0-1 pitch, fastball. Robinson swings and hard grounder to Jim Ray Hart, who has plenty of time even with Robinson's speed. Fires onto Will Clark. 4 out, number 1. Duke Snyder is 0-for-2 as we're going to keep this going with a big clip since our viewership is super low. So people not want to hang out too much tonight. We will just go ahead and fly through this game and have some fun and get out of here. Gentleman never stays past his welcome. Duke Snyder fly to deep center and grounded to second. Marichal with a 1-1. Snyder swings, popped high on the infield, and Thompson calling for it. Can of corn. So 2 up, 2 down now for Roy Campanella. He is 1-for-2. Campy singled back in the fourth. Marichal with a 2-1 pitch. Curveball swung on. This one twisting foul on the third base side. And this one will make the seats paid up. Gives chase. The count 2-2, 2 down. Here's the pitch. And pulled the string, and Campanella looks at called strike 3. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the sixth. It's still the Dodgers 3 and the Giants 2. Tex Aggs was working at a bank. Nathaniel Lentz was a junior in high school in the learning disability room. I was working for Penn State University at the time. Yeah, it was, oof. You know, days that you just remember. And so today we remember a fateful day, 11 September 2001. All right, here's Willie McCovey. McCovey singled back in the fourth, so 1 for 2 for him. Drysdale into his windup. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Stretch. Fastball, and this one sent high and deep to right field. And Willie McCovey ties it for the Giants here in the bottom of the sixth. 3-3 your score. And that brings up Will Clark now. So it's a whole new ball game, and Will Clark is popped out and lined out. Drysdale deals to Clark. Here's the 1-2. And strike 3 called. So Drysdale picks up K number 5, and the Baby Bull comes to the plate. RBI double that scored both Alvin Dark and Willie McCovey back in the fourth. Again, this is Steve Tate's 1947 to, keep getting the date wrong. Anyhow, 1993 King of Diamonds file to accompany the franchise 1901 to 1902, 1942 file. The earlier one is, I've just posted in the McGreevy Discord. The later one, Steve put a link to last night, and there were a few people here last night. So, and so hopefully everybody's gotten these 2 files, and that you'll be off to the races with them. Some other night, I'll be showing some more Steve's work because why not? He deserves it. All right. So Drysdale winds and fires. Here's the 0-2 pitch to Cepeda, fastball. And Cepeda sends this down left field line, hooking foul. Out of play, the count 0-2 on Cepeda. He's back in the box. Drysdale winds. Cepeda on the curveball, swing and a miss. Don Drysdale has fanned 6 Giants in this game. So 2 away here, and a run in for the Giants, tying it up. It's 3-3 now. Jim Ray Hart, the third baseman, has popped to first and struck out. Drysdale with a 1-2 pitch to Hart. Curveball, and Hart gives this a line drive shot to left, but Tommy Davis running back and making a nice catch. However, the Giants pick up a run on 1 hit, no errors, and tie it up. We go to the 7th inning. It's the Dodgers 3, the Giants 3. And leading off here will be Gil Hodges, followed by the Reading Rifle, and then the Penguin. So Hodges in the game has grounded out and flown out. Juan Marichal with 3 strikeouts, the 3-0 pitch, and Marichal giving up his first walk to Gil Hodges. So a Dodger aboard, and here comes Carl Furillo, who is 1 for 2, singled back in the second, and grounded to third in the fourth. Marichal checks Hodges at first. Not a threat to steal. Marichal with the 1-2 pitch. Furillo gets a piece of this fastball, but Doug Rader holding on to it for strike 3, and Juan Marichal now up to 4 strikeouts. Roncey is 1 for 2. RBI single back in the first for the Penguin. Hodges leads off first, 1 down, 3-3 is the score, and fly ball to shallow center. Willie Mays making a great diving play in center field. Calling off Bobby Bonds, who was shooting across the field for God knows what reason. Anyhow, 2 down. Gil Hodges quickly back to first. Willie Mays could have doubled him up. It was very, very close, but Mays from the diving position. And, of course, for the play-by-play, it's showing it was a collision, and that's how it shows collision. So if you ever see one of your fielders streaking across the field like that, it means they smacked into each other. All right, 2 away. I've never seen that before. Marichal deals to Tommy Davis. And Davis, Doug Rader up, throwing down, and Gil Hodges caught stealing, middle of the 7th. Knotted at 3. After this, because I'm still in a baseball mood, um, I'm going to go ahead and just put on baseball for Windows and let Ernie call the next game. So, and then, yeah, that'll be the baseball for tonight. So, thanks to the 4 of you who hung out here for a little bit. Much appreciated. All right. Really, really is. All right. Robbie Thompson has doubled, and he was hit by Drysdale back in the fifth. Drysdale with a 1-1 delivery. Changeup. And Robbie Thompson gets some good contact on this one, but Tommy Davis runs back on that ball and makes the grab. So 1 up, 1 down now for, I keep calling him Doug Rader. It's Dave Rader. All right, Drysdale deal. Here's the 0-1. Rader sends this one to third. And Say on the routine play. 5-3 put out. 2 Giants up, 2 Giants down. And here's Bobby Bonds. We're back at the top of the order for the Giants. Bonds has struck out twice and flown to left center. Drysdale, the payoff pitch to Bonds. Changeup. This one, 2-hopper to Wills at short. And plenty of time to retire Bobby Bonds for out number 3. We go to the 8th, and we are still knotted at 3. Oh, you're really, really, you know what? You guys, even though there's just a few of you and, whatever, and it's been that way, you know what? You guys make it worth it. You really, really do. So, I know there's other better folks out there you could be listening to. You've chosen to spend a bit of time with me, and it means a lot. It really, really does. So thank you, Nathaniel, for that. Tommy Davis leads it off here now, followed by Maury Wills and Pee Wee Reese. I'm just a guy that loves baseball. I'm no broadcaster like some of these other guys. I just love this game. All right, Tommy Davis has struck out and grounded to short, and especially I love community. I just love community. So for me, when viewership is low like this, it's not like, oh, geez, it hurts my channel. It's like, wow, nobody wants to hang out. So that's kind of my focus. So you guys hanging in tough with me, I appreciate it. I really, really do. All right, back to the game. And Tommy Davis takes this first Marischal offering and promptly hard ground ball to center field. Willie Mays up quickly with it. So Tommy Davis aboard. Davis with 12 steals last season. And here's Maury Wills. Maury Wills, nothing for 3. Last time tried to get on just by a bunt. Couldn't get it done. All right, Marischal with the 0-1 delivery to Wills. Fastball. Wills gets the bunt down. Dave Rader fires on to Robbie Thompson covering on the play. Sacrifice successful. Tommy Davis in scoring position represents the go-ahead run for the Dodgers. I appreciate that, Nathaniel. I really, really do. I don't want to try to bring gimmicks. Hey, there's Cousin Ken. Yep. I leave. The guys are good at what they do, and it makes me happy. I just like building communities. All right, here is Pee Wee Reese, 1 for 3. Reese last time flied to shallow right. Marischal checks Davis at second. 1 down, 3-3 your score. Marischal comes home to Pee Wee Reese. Curveball. Reese swings, and this one, little dribble up the middle. Robbie Thompson having to play shallow on this ball, and it's going to be a throwing error. E4 on Robbie Thompson. Gets to the ball, but hurries it. And good job by Will Clark to keep that ball from going any further. But Tommy Davis gets to third anyhow. So runners at the corners for the Dodgers. And the Dodgers threatening to break this 3-3 tie here in the top of the 8th as Jackie Robinson steps in. Jackie with that 2-run homer back in the first. So he is 1 for 3. Marischal works on the stretch. And Robinson swings. Reese off with the pitch. The throw to second. And Pee Wee Reese is caught stealing. So 1 runner is erased, 2 down. Jackie Robinson back in the box. Tommy Davis 90 feet away at third. Reese trying to steal to save a possible double play. Jackie last season grounded into 14. Marichal from the stretch in the 0-1 fastball, and this one line to right, base hit. Tommy Davis will come in to score. Jackie Robinson picking up an RBI single, and the Dodgers reclaim the lead. It's 4-3. So, cousin Ken, hope you're doing well tonight. Thank you, Texags. That means a lot to me, man. This is one of your favorite channels. Thank you. All right, here is Duke Snider. He's flied out, grounded out, and popped to second. Marichal throws over. Jackie is back. Robinson, of course, always a threat to steal. 23 steals. Jackie Robinson, in a game, stole his way home from first base. We've got to find that Brooklyn Dodgers game and just play that on the channel some night just for fun. All right, Marichal deals. And there goes Jackie Robinson. Raider up with it. The throw down, not in time. Alvin Dark with a good tag, but Robinson with a great jump. And so Jackie in scoring position now for the Dodgers. Snider back in there. Marichal delivers. And they're going to intentionally walk Duke Snider to get to Roy Campanella. So just a reminder at the end of this game to give you guys a break from my voice, but I'm really much in a baseball mood, but perhaps not the community. Gonna just put up a baseball for Windows game and let it play, and I'll sort of, type to you guys, whatever, or just, just listen and enjoy the game. Don't know what it's gonna be yet, but we'll bring on a better broadcaster. We'll bring on Ernie Harwell next. Don't do a lot of that game on here anyhow. Enough of it. So that'll be immediately following this. All right, so here's Campy. He is 1 for 3. And his only hit was a single back in the 4th. So Dodgers threatening. Campanella with the power to break it wide open here. Good tight ball game thus far, though. Marichal with a payoff pitch to Campanella. Fastball, and this fastball misses. So the bases are loaded, and Juan Marichal is in trouble as a veritable slugger comes to the plate in Gil Hodges. Hodges in the game, though, has grounded out, flown out, and he walked in the 7th. Marichal ready to deal with 2 down. Raider out to have a quick word. Back behind the plate, Marichal, let's go. The 1-1 pitch, change up to Hodges, and routine fly ball to Mays in center. And Mays says great play, but for anybody else, it's a great play. For Willie Mays, that was routine. So the Dodgers leave him loaded. They do pick up a run on 2 hits and 1 error. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Dodgers 4, the Giants 3, in a rivalry that began in New York, and 3,000 miles later, still, and all these years later, still exists. Alvin Dark, Willie Mays, and Stretch McCovey due up for the Giants in the bottom of the 8th. Dark walked back in the 5th. The Say Hey Kid waits on deck. Don Drysdale looking at his line here. Drysdale has walked 1 and struck out 6. Touched up for 3 runs and 5 hits. 1 giant error in this game. 2-0 pitch from Drysdale. Change up to Alvin Dark. Dark! Liner to left. Base hit. Past Maury Wills into left. Tommy Davis, Duke Snider getting to that ball. And Davis fires it quickly into Maury Wills. So Alvin Dark aboard, and he is the tying run. Infield guarding the lines as Willie Mays comes to the plate. Willie's due. He's grounded out, flown out, and struck out. Dark leads off first. Drysdale with a check of the runner. The 1-1 pitch. Fastball to Willie Mays. Line to left, base hit. Dark rounding second, but he will hold as Tommy Davis gets the throw into the infield. And now the tying run is in scoring position for the Giants. Stretch McCovey comes to the plate, and having a good day. McCovey is 2 for 3, including a home run back in the 6th. Drysdale ready to deal, and up to 123 pitches for Drysdale. 1-0. And McCovey lines this fastball to center field, and Snider up with it, and they almost get Alvin Dark. Dark at first thinking that Snider trapped the ball, but it was a fair catch, and Dark scampering back to first like nobody's business, and Wills almost had him doubled off. So Alvin Dark able to get the hand right on second base. So 1 out, 2 on here for the Giants, and Will Clark will have a go at it now. He has popped out, lined out, and struck out. Infield still guarding the lines. Clark with some power, 27 home runs last season. The lefty waits for the Drysdale delivery. The 1-1 from the set, curveball, and Clark sends this to right field. This one high, this one deep, and this one is out of here. And Will Clark has just broken this game open, perhaps for the Dodgers or for the Giants. So the Giants now taking a 6-4 lead. Good back and forth game between these two rivals. And here comes Orlando Cepeda. 1 for 3. Drysdale looks like he's going to be staying in there. Cepeda with that 2 RBI double back in the fourth. Drysdale with a 1-1 pitch to Cepeda. Fastball on the way. Cepeda sends this one to left field. This one has distance, but Tommy Davis said not so fast. Brings it down into the glove. So 2 away and 3 in for the Giants. When we go to the Dodger ninth, it'll be Carl Furillo, Ron Cey, and Tommy Davis. Jim Ray Hart, 0-3 again, guys. This is the Steve Tate later part of the century King of Diamonds file. The earlier one will do some night. It encompasses the years 1901 to 1942. Drysdale with a 2-1 delivery to Jim Ray Hart. Curveball. And this one flown to left and back about 5 paces is Tommy Davis. And he will make the catch. However, the Giants pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. And we go to the top of the ninth, and the Giants holding a 6-4 lead. Juan Marichal staying on, looking for a complete game win here, but he's got to get by Carl Furillo, Ron Cey, and Tommy Davis, the number 7, 8, 9 in this order. Old-time baseball, if you'd rather see old-time baseball, I can do that too. So you choose whether it's baseball for Windows or old-time baseball, or if you just mean old-time baseball, okay, let me know. If you guys would rather hear Mel Allen or Ernie Harwell, and I will gladly do one of those games for you. All right. So here we go. Furillo is 1 for 1. Singled way back in the second inning. Marichal with a 1-1 pitch now. Fastball to the Reading rifle. And this one, pop fly, is going to be shallow center. Mays running in, and this one played on the bounce. So Mays probably should have let Darker Thompson go for that ball, but it drops into that strange Bermuda Triangle, and Furillo is aboard, and the tying run comes to the plate in Ron Cey. So Cey with 26 home runs last season. He has an RBI that scored Carl Furillo back in the second. See what Marichal, what he serves him here. The 1-1. Fastball to Cey. Fly ball left field. And making the catch is Orlando Cepeda in the left pasture. Furillo gets back to first. 1 away now for Tommy Davis, who is 1 for 3. Singled his last time up. Marichal deals. Davis swings in the first pitch, fly ball to right, and it's out of here. And this game is tied up in the top of the ninth. So Tommy Davis driving home Furillo in a 2-run shot. And so the Giants lead short-lived. When we get to the Giant half of the ninth inning, the home half, it'll be Robbie Thompson, Dave Rader, and then Bobby Bonds. Wow, Tommy Davis comes through big time, back at the top of the order now for the Dodgers, and Maury Wills. All right, so Ernie Harwell, it will be. So that'll be the second game. Give you guys a break from me. Hey, Steve, just showing off your the other King of Diamonds file, the newer one. Encouraging folks to pick it up. It's a great file. And I know you're looking forward to Legends, doing some F-ball later, so hope you guys have some great time with that. All right, Wills is 0 for 3. And what a crazy game, Nathaniel. You're absolutely right. Marichal with the 1-2 delivery. Will swings in this fastball. And this one, a bounding ball to Dark, who takes it on the hop. And on to Will Clark for out number 2. Pee Wee Reese now. He is 1 for 4. Singled back in the first. And no, to be Reggie Smith into DH. And this one grounded to first. Will Clark waving off Marichal will take that one 3 and assisted. We head to the bottom of the 9th here in the Polo Grounds. And we are knotted at 6th. Tommy Davis coming through here in the 9th for the Dodgers with a 2-run shot. So here we go. It'll be Robbie Thompson, Dave Rader, and Bobby Bonds due up for the Giants. Don Drysdale ready to deal. Drysdale has fanned 6 in this game. He's walked only 1. Thompson has doubled, was hit by a pitch, and has flown to deep left. Drysdale with a 1-2 fastball. And Thompson, this one, he looks at a called strike 3 in at the knees. So 1 up, 1 down now for Dave Rader. See if they're going to let him hit. He is 0 for 3. He will hit. Drysdale with the 0-2. And Rader, a hard comebacker to the mound. Drysdale off the bump to his left. And the quick snap on to Gil Hodges for the 1-3 putout. 2 down now in the bottom of the 9th. And we are back at the top of the order. And Bobby Bonds, they're on their feet here at the Polo Grounds. Would love to see Bonds walk it off here. And I should say, nice to see Bobby Bonds in a game. We see enough of Barry Bonds. Bobby, not a good day at the plate, though. He has struck out twice, flown out, and grounded to short. Should he get on, however, Alvin Dark waits on deck. Drysdale into his wind, and the 1-1 pitch to Bobby Bonds. Fastball, and this is out of here. And what an ending to a crazy game. Bobby Bonds with a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 9th, and the Giants take this exhibition game from the Dodgers 7-6. What a crazy, crazy, crazy game this one was. Wow. All right, again, because it's an exhibition, doesn't count, but what a fun game for the Giants. 7 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. For the Dodgers, 6 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Marichal gets the win. Drysdale takes the loss. For the Dodgers, Jackie Robinson went 2 for 4 with a home run and 3 runs batted in. Tommy Davis 2 for 4 with a home run and 2 RBI. Carl Ferrolo goes 2 for 4. For the Giants, Will Clark 1 for 4, a home run, 3 ribbies. Alvin Dark went 2 for 3, and Stretch McCovey 2 for 4 and a big, big home run. So what a crazy game. So the Dodgers score 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and holding on to that 3-0 lead. The Giants come back in the bottom of the 4th and answer with 2, and then tied up in the 6th. And then the Dodgers go ahead in the 8th. I'm trying to avoid using the city names because there's New York Giants and Brooklyn Dodgers on here. So the Giants come back with 3 in the 8th. Then the Dodgers 2 in the 9th, and then with 2 out, Willie McCovey goes downtown, and it is 7-6. What a fun game this one was. And so Juan Marichal here bringing his stuff. That's what the little plus sign is here. But Drysdale, in a losing cause, struck out 7 batters. Only walked 1. Marichal walked 3, struck out 4. Drysdale was touched up for 3 home runs, and Juan Marichal for 2. So there you go. 13 runs, 18 hits, and 1 error in this game. And because Action PC doesn't do the yeah, you know what I'm saying. MVP of a game in an exhibition. So this is the Steve Tate 1947 to 1993 King of Diamonds file. I already put the other one up in Discord again, thanks to Steve's kind permission. We did that, and that one is 1901 to 1942. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. And as Ken Castro says, Dodgers Giants more relevant now the Yanks-Red Sox rivalry. Crazy game, huh? Oh my goodness. And well, Bernie, he makes a good point here. He says Ken Castro's not often that the Red Sox and Yankees get to play for last place in the division. All right. So what I'm going to do, we're going to bring up Baseball for Windows. Not sure what I'm going to do. I want to do something with all of these files. These great things from Steve Tate. Actually, we're going to do 1949 tonight. So we have a choice. Have I set up the American League? Yeah. Okay. So this looks like it's going to be Phillies at Dodgers again, actually. Um, and then we'll. What I've done is I went back and did a little bit more looking at the 1949 season. So some of the other teams will be following in 1949. In addition to the Brooklyn Dodgers, will be the St. Louis Cardinals. 1949 was a very, very good pennant race. So the Cardinals finishing just a game back in 1949 of Brooklyn. I will also be following the Cleveland Indians and the Boston Red Sox. Cleveland and Boston having very good seasons in 1949. So, but tonight, because that's the next game on the slate, on the calendar, we will see the Phillies against the Brooklyn Dodgers. So I guess it's Dodger night here in the channel, even though the Giants win. The Giants win. All right. So there we go. All right. So now I've got the game picked. I'm going to go off mic. So before I do that, though, and bring on Ernie, and change up the sound and all that kind of stuff, I want to thank the heart and soul of this channel, Cousin Ken Castro, to Bernie Strom Sports Replays, Tex Ag 75, thank you, my friend. Nathaniel Lentz, I'm always happy when you can make it in here. I know how busy you are. To Steve Tate, thank you, Steve. Thank you for the wonderful things you do for this community. Seriously, these great files, so much fun to play within the 5-year franchise, the decades files that you do, these two, the King of Diamonds stuff. I mean, all just wonderful. The Negro League file, which, yeah, I know it's going to be a while before that's done, but certainly it's playable. It's fun. We've used it. Your work in the Shanks League. So, can't thank you enough, Steve. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. And who gets the bobblehead doll tonight? It is Bernie Strom. Bernie Strom gets the MV Wanker doll tonight. So, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But anyhow, it's all yours. All right. So, Cousin Ken says he's heading to New Hampshire to see some AA baseball tomorrow. Nice. All right, Cousin. We'll enjoy it. And I'm going to go ahead and mute my mic, and we're going to let Ernie Harwell do this game between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Brooklyn Dodgers. These teams here doing this 1949 replay, and no, this is not an as-played schedule, but each team at 4 wins, 4 losses. Even in my season replays, I like to do what-ifs. $5 Tall Boys is the promotion. Ken's going to be having some good times tomorrow. All right, guys, I really appreciate you. Thank you very much. And I'm going to go ahead and go off mic, and we're going to turn this over to Ernie Harwell. Come back on mic quick enough to just say Happy Monday to Big Clue. All right, going off mic. Game number 2 will be handled by Ernie Harwell. Enjoy it, guys. 1949 Phillies, 1949 Brooklyn Dodgers.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Harwell. And welcome to Brooklyn Dodgers Baseball. This is a national pastime on WAPBA, the voice of baseball in your home since 1951. We're coming to you from out here at the park where the Dodgers will host the visiting Philadelphia Phillies. Overall, they now stand at 4-3 with 2 straight wins. This is the second game in this 3-game series. The Dodgers won the first. The Dodgers take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Dodgers. Hodges at first base. Robinson at second. Reese, the shortstop. Cox at third. The trio in the outfield. In left is Rackley. In center, Snyder. And over in right, Perillo. Campanella is behind the plate. And on the mound for the Dodgers, the right-handed Newcomb. This is Newcomb's third start of the season. His record, 1-1. On his last outing, he lost. Don has worked 17 innings. His ERA is sublime 1.06. He will be facing Phillies starter, left-hander Heinzelman. We'll tell you about him in the bottom half. So settle in. We're ready to start this game. Waitkus will start the first. Waitkus, recently known as a solid hitter. Today, batting 2 for 4. He's walked once. Waitkus waiting. Now Newcomb ready. Now he comes home with it. Hard shot to the right side. Hodges to his right. It's by him. Base hit for Waitkus. Now coming to bat for the Phillies, Ashburn. Ritchie off to a terrific start. His 16 hits put him at 457. He has 5 RBIs. Waitkus will take a big lead. He has the speed. Batter Ashburn. He's been on a run. He's hit in 8 straight games. Campanella set. Waitkus well off first. The pitch, a little roller to the right side. Robinson running in. He pounces on it. The quick toss to Hodges, and they get him by a hair. 1 down. Waitkus moves up. Here's Ennis to hit for the Phillies for Philadelphia. 1 down, runner on second. So far at the plate, hitting .324. Dell has 1 homer on the season, 2 ribbies. He's walked twice in his 36 trips. Here's one for you figure Philbins. He's doubled in his last 4 games. Newcomb climbs a mound. Newcomb comes set. Newcomb looks back at Waitkus on second. Newcomb kicks and deals. Bounce to short. Reese to his right. He has it. On to first. 2 away. Waitkus holds. Two outs. First inning, 1 on. Now Tate to face Newcomb. That's right. He's their cleanup hitter. You don't want to let down with him so far. 1 for 2. Waitkus out at midway. Can race. Right-hander Newcomb ready. Newcomb working on Waitkus to hold him close. The pitch. Cut on. Way out in front. Side retired. The half for the Phillies. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. They fail to capitalize on the runner. Phillies, nothing. Dodgers coming up. For the Phillies, overall, they now stand at 4 wins and 4 losses. In the league, they're third in batting at .266. Fourth in on-base percentage. Third in ERA at 3.31. The Phillies take the field here in the first. Here's how it lines up defensively for the Phillies. Waitkus at first base. Miller at second. Hamner, the shortstop. Jones at third. The outfield consists of Olmec in left field. Ashburn in center field. And Ennis over in right. Tate is behind the plate. And on the mound for the Phillies, the left-hander Heinzelman. This is Heinzelman's 3rd start of the season. His record, 1-1. On his last outing, he lost. Ken has worked 16 innings. His ERA is sublime, 1.12. Reese to lead it off for the Dodgers. On the year, carrying a .346 average, 1 homer, 3 ribbies. He's walked 7 times in his 33 trips. Reese stands in. Pitcher Heinzelman set to go. Heinzelman brings it home. Swung on, hot smash to Miller. He dives. He's got it. Throws quickly. In time. 1 down. Here comes Snyder to take his cuts. Duke can hit to date at bat. 7 hits in 18 trips. He has yet to walk. Snyder knows how to get on base. Snyder relaxes himself at the plate. Heinzelman prepares to come home. Now Heinzelman pitches. Popped up. Back toward the screen. Lapata throws off his mask. It's playable. And he covers it, and that's out number 2. Right-handed batter Robinson now walks out to bat. 2 gone. To date, hitting at .344. 1 homer, 7 ribbies. He's walked once in his 33 trips. Robinson in the box. Heinzelman will go to work on him. The pitch. Robinson pounds it on the ground to short. Hamner is there. That'll do it. The throw. In time. 3 away. For the Dodgers. 3 up, 3 down. No score. The top of the 2nd inning coming up. Jones, Holmig, and Hamner to bat next. Here's Jones to lead it off. Carrying a .103 average. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked 6 times in his 35 trips. His bat has been cold. He's 0 for his last 5 games. So he holds the futility record of the season. Jones waiting for Newcomb. Pitcher Newcomb set to go. The pitch. Jones gets way under this one. A tall one in the infield. Reese and Robinson are both there. Reese takes charge. And Jones is history. 1 away. All right. Base is clear. 1 away. It's now Holmig the bat. A trusty bat. Newcomb will go to work on him. The pitch. Holmig started to go round, but he checked his swing in time. He takes a walk to first. That was Holmig's first walk of the season. Hamner coming up. So far, carrying a .250 average. He's walked once in his 33 trips. Newcomb wants to pin Holmig to first. Hamner waits. Newcomb poised. Holmig is off with the pitch. Bounce toward first. Hodges is up with it. No play at second. And he steps on first for the out. 1 on. Next up, Miller. So far this season, his average at .115. He has walked once. Holmig out at midway can race. A real batting drought for him, hitless in his last 5 games. So he holds the futility record of the season. Newcomb looking in. Newcomb working on Holmig to hold him close. Here's a pitch. A skyscraper to left. Rackley roams over. He turns left. And he makes the catch. Side retired. For the Phillies, 0-0-0. They leave 1. They waste the base runner. No score. We head for the bottom of the 2nd inning. Campanella, Perillo, and Hodges due up for Brooklyn. Campanella will get it started for the Dodgers. So far, His average at 133, 2 homers, 4 RBI. He's walked once and he's 31 trips. Heinzelman looking home. Heinzelman brings it home. Texas Leaguer to left. Campanella is around first and hole as the throw comes into second. He's on with a single. Now at bat, Perillo. To date, batting .414. Carl has 1 homer on the season, 6 RBIs. He's walked once and he's 31 trips. Campanella won't wander far from first. Catcher Tate sets his target. The offering. Fastball, badly fooled. Strike 3, 1 down. Hodges is now up. So far at the plate, batting .407. 3 homers, 9 RBI. He's walked twice in his 29 trips. The hitter stands in. Left-handed Heinzelman goes to the set position. And the pitch comes in. Punch to the left side. Jones is over. He cuts it off and throws to second. Out. Over to first. Not in time. For Brooklyn, 2 gone. Hodges on at first. The next Dodgers batter is Rackley. He's a left-handed batter. Rackley good at the plate. So far at the plate, 4 for 9. He has 2 RBIs. He's walked once. Tate crouched down now. Throw to first. Back safely. Now Heinzelman is back on the rubber. Here he comes. It misses. Ball 4. And Rackley will get the base. And there's a runner in scoring position. Two on, the bottom of the second inning. It's now Cox the bat. He swings from the right side. To date, hitting .346. He has 2 RBIs. He has walked once. Heinzelman climbs a mound. Tate ready to receive. He comes home. Pop foul behind first. Miller is over. He's under it and hauls it in. The half for the Dodgers. No runs, 1 hit. They leave 2. They waste the runners. No score. We head for the top of the 3rd inning. Heinzelman, Waitkus, and Ashburn to bat next. Heinzelman will start it off here in the 3rd. On the season, he's 0 for 3. He's sacrificed twice and walked twice. Heinzelman settles himself in the box. Newcomb is ready to fire it in. Newcomb to the wind. Swung on, fly ball right field. Should be no trouble. Perillo is there, reaches back, and he takes it in. 1 down. Waitkus comes up to bat. When the Phillies need a base runner, Waitkus is the guy they want up there. Campanella set. Newcomb with the pitch. On the hands, Waitkus flicks it to right. Robinson might have a play. Racing back for it, but it falls in just out of reach, and Waitkus is aboard with a single. Eddie with his 2nd hit in this game. Ashburn is the next hitter. Waitkus at first is a speedster. He stands in. Campanella crouched down now. Waitkus is on the move. Newcomb deals. High bounce it is short. He has to wait. Now he has it. He'll go to first. 2 away. Waitkus moves up. Okay, 2 away. Waitkus standing out at second. Right-handed hitter Ennis gets set to bat against Newcomb. Waitkus at second can turn it on. Ennis waiting for Newcomb. Catcher ready. Newcomb looks back at Waitkus on second. The pitch popped a mile high. Robinson is backing up. He's under it and makes the catch. That's 3 away. The line for the Phillies, no runs on 1 hit. They leave 1, so it's still zip-zip after 2.5. The Dodgers will have Newcomb, Reese, and Snyder here in the 3rd. Newcomb leading it off. On the season, he's 1 for 6 and walked once. Heinzelman prepares to come home. Heinzelman comes home. Base hit center field. Ashburn gloves it. Newcomb takes a big turn around first and holds. So he's on with a single. Here comes Reese to take his cuts. Newcomb at first, not a threat on the pass. Reese gets in there. Heinzelman staring in, ready to work. To the plate. Can't find the strike zone. That's ball 4. And Reese coaxes a walk. And Newcomb moves to second. Two on. It's now the port side swinger, Snyder, to the bat. Duke has some pop in his bat. On the season, only 1 RBI so far for Duke. Heinzelman put on the rubber. He shakes off the sign. Again, he shakes it off. Now he has one he likes. His mitt steady. Lopata sets up. And now the pitch. Off-speed delivery. Snyder chases it. He's out of there. 1 away. We have right-handed Robinson to bat for the Dodgers. The Dodgers have 1 down. Newcomb at second. Reese at first. Scoreless tie. He's hitting .333. Jackie has 7 RBIs this season. Heinzelman climbs a mound. Checks Newcomb at second. The runners take their lead. He brings it home. Stroked solidly to left field. Holmick takes it on the hop. Gets it in quickly. Newcomb chugs into third. And the bases are loaded. The bases are loaded. The bottom of the 3rd inning. The next Dodgers batter is Campanella. Hitting .161. Roy has driven home 4 runs for the season. He had a hit earlier. Campanella preparing to bat. Stretches with the bat above his head. Heinzelman bends for the rosin bag. The batter stands in. Glances down at the plate. Waits for the pitch. Heinzelman climbs a mound. Heinzelman takes a sign from Lopata. Catcher ready. Infield back at double play depth. And a pitch, and misses the strike zone. Campanella tabbles to first, and that walks in a run. And the bases are still loaded. That'll give McCoy a few more gray hairs. And Campanella gets an easy RBI, and that's already the 3rd walk issued by Heinzelman. And the Dodgers go ahead by a run, 1-0, 3rd inning. And Campanella now has 5 runs batted in on the season. 1 gone, 3rd inning. Bases crowded. Right-handed batter Barillo now walks out to bat. On the season, Barillo has 6 runs batted in. Heinzelman is on the slab. Infield deep. The delivery, loop to left. Toward the gap. He'll have to hurry. And Holmick takes it in. The runners are tagging. Reese coming down the line. Robinson is holding. Reese scores. The throw comes into Jones. And the other runners hold. And the Dodgers now lead 2-0. And Barillo now has 7 runs batted in on the season. Hodges up to hit. 2 on, 1st and 2nd. 2 gone. On the season, Hodges has 9 runs batted in. Lopata sets up. Heinzelman into his motion. Delivers over but low. And Hodges takes first. That will fill him up. Two outs. Third inning. Bases full. Now Rackley to face Heinzelman. On the season, Rackley has 2 runs batted in. Heinzelman put on the rubber. The runners take their lead. The offering to Rackley. Swing and a miss. Hang up a K for Heinzelman. That's 3 away. And he leaves the bases loaded. And they get out of it with a big strikeout. That'll do it for Brooklyn. 2 runs on 2 hits, 3 left. They break the deadlock. Dodgers up 2-0. Nopata, Jones, and Holmick to bat next. Here's Nopata to start it off. Newcomb staring in, ready to work. The pitch to Nopata. Grounded hard at Cox. Backhand stab, and it is by him. Base hit. Rackley is in. He'll hold Nopata to a single. Jones gets set to face Newcomb for Philadelphia. No outs. Nopata down at first. He steps up. Newcomb focuses in on the target. The pitch. Jones pops it up behind the plate. Campanella moves under it, and he's got it. 1 away. Holmick's up. Newcomb looking in at the target. Now the pitch. He goes the opposite way, and it's through. Base hit right field. Perillo retrieves it. Nopata rounds second and holds, and that's his first hit this season. Hamner is stepping up to hit against Newcomb, batting 7th. Nopata at second. Holmick at first. 1 away. The batter stands in. Newcomb is on the slab. Pitcher Newcomb eyeing Hamner. Now he's ready. The runners take their lead. He lets one go. There's a little blooper down the right field line. It might drop in. It does. Nopata scores. Holmick's rounding third. The throw comes into Hodges. Hamner then standing with a double. And they're holding Holmick at third. So the double scores 1, and the Phillies are sneaking up on the Dodgers. They are within 1. Score now 2-1, and these fans just inched forward in their seats. 2 on, the top of the 4th inning. Next up, Miller. Hitting 111. Eddie has 1 RBI on the season. Miller steadies his bat. Newcomb on the rubber. Campanella ready to receive. Infield deep. Holmick with a good lead off third. Newcomb with the offering. Popped up. Robinson drifts over behind Hodges and brings it down. 2 away. And the runners hold. The Phillies have runners at second and third. 2 down. The top of the 4th inning. Here's the pitcher, Heinzelman. Ken ready. Newcomb climbs the mound. Newcomb looks Holmick back to third. And the pitch comes in. Heinzelman bruises it. Heading for the gap in left center. Base hit. Center fielder Snyder scoops it up. Holmick scores. Tie game. Hamner is well around third. They're waving Hamner in, and he scores. Heinzelman holds it first for the single as the throw comes into second. So the single drives in 2. That was pitcher Heinzelman who delivered, helping himself. And the Phillies have stolen the lead from the Dodgers. They're now ahead 3-2. And this crowd has gone silent. And that's his first hit this season. He claps his hands. And Heinzelman now has 2 runs batted in on the season. All right, next to bat for Philadelphia is Waitkus. Runner on first, 2 down. Waitkus now ready. Newcomb looking in. He lets one go. Swung on, and it's pulled hard to right. Perillo will play it on the hop. Heinzelman is well around second. But the third base coach has his arms in the air, and they hold Heinzelman up. As the throw comes in, a pair of singles for Philadelphia. Third hit for Waitkus in the game. Now Ashburn to face Newcomb for Philadelphia. Heinzelman at second, Waitkus at first, 2 down. On the season, Ashburn has 5 runs batted in. Right-hander Newcomb ready. The runners take their lead. The pitch comes in. Pop foul behind third. Reese is over. Waves off Cox and brings it in. The half for the Phillies, 3-5-0. They leave 2. They had good chances for more, but they have taken the lead in this game. The score now stands 3-2. Dodgers trail. Cox, Newcomb, and Reese due up for Brooklyn. Here's Cox to start it off. Heinzelman looking home. Now Heinzelman pitches. Slow bounder to the right side. Waitkus to his right. Scoops it. Flips to Heinzelman. Just in time. Newcomb to face Heinzelman. He stands in. Lopata crouched down now. He wheels and deals. Hit hard down the left field line. Olmec is after it. He's at the warning track and makes the running catch. 2 away. Reese comes up the bat. Reese takes his stance. Pitcher Heinzelman. Ennis, Lopata, and Jones coming up. To get it going for the Phillies here, Ennis, he swings from the right. His average at 306. Ennis steps in. Newcomb is ready to fire it in. He delivers. He swings. It's a fly ball to the gap in right. Snyder is racing over. So is Perillo. It drops in for a hit, and he will make second easily. A double for Ennis. I should note this. That's 5 consecutive games with a double. For Philadelphia. Runner on second. No one out. We have Lopata coming up to hit. He's their cleanup hitter. Lopata has a hit in 2 trips, and he scored a run. Ennis at second could score on a single. Philadelphia started. Heinzelman pitching well. The Phillies still after a little insurance. They lead by 1. Newcomb sets up on the rubber again. Campanella sets up. The pitch. Swung on. Base hit. Down the line to right. Perillo gallops for it. He has it. Ennis rounds third. The throw comes into Hodges, and they're holding Ennis at third. Second safety for Lopata. No one out. 5th inning, 2 on. We have Jones to bat for the Phillies. They'll have to work around Jones' power. Tough to strike out. Newcomb staring in, ready to work. Infield back at double play depth. Ennis takes his lead at third. Newcomb comes to him. A towering fly ball to left center. Snyder is over, not deep. He's under it and makes the catch. Ennis is tagging, but they're holding him at third. That ball just not deep enough. Lopata retreats to first. One away. 5th inning, 2 on. Olmec is stepping up to hit against Newcomb. He's a right-handed batter. He will strike out. Campanella sets up. Infield deep. He brings it home. Taken. And Ennis is down the line. Campanella throws down. Cox tag. He's back safely. Olmec stands in again. Pitcher Newcomb set to go. Infield back at double play depth. The pitch comes in, lofted down the line to right. Perillo gallops for it, short of the warning track. Reaches up and brings it down. And he gets rid of the ball desperately. Ennis is tagging. They're waving Ennis in. Here comes the throw. Lopata is taking second on the throw. Ennis will score. The throw is cut off by Hodges. The play at second. And he's safe on a close play. Oh, close call. The gamble pays off. And Philadelphia increases its lead. This ball game now 4-2. Hamner will bat next for Philadelphia. A right-sider. Batting seventh for Philadelphia. 2 outs, 1 on. Now batting 265. Newcomb gets set to work on him. The pitch. Check swing. They check with the first base ump. He punches him out. 3 down. For the Phillies, a run on 2 hits. 1 left. They add a little padding. The score now stands 4-2 Phillies as we head for the bottom of the 5th inning. And here comes the artillery for Brooklyn. Snyder, Robinson, and Campanella. Snyder to lead it off for the Dodgers. Batting left. Left-hander Heinzelman ready. Here's the pitch. Snyder swings. He goes the other way. Lined over third. Foul. Strike 1. Snyder back in the box. Heinzelman looking in. Heinzelman into the wind. Snyder lays off the pitch. Ball 4. Duke takes his base, and that's 5 free tickets by Heinzelman. That was Snyder's first walk of the season. 1 on, right-handed hitter Robinson. Gets set to bat against Heinzelman. Jackie 1 for 2. Heinzelman set. The pitch. He goes the opposite way, and it's through. Base hit right field. Ennis retrieves it. Snyder holds it second. And Robinson is on with a single. The tying run is on. Second hit for Robinson in the game. All right, the Dodgers have no one out. Snyder at second. Robinson at first. The bottom of the 5th inning. Here's the right-handed Campanella to take his swings. Campanella is a threat for the extra base hit. He singled earlier. The Phillies lead the Dodgers 4-2. Campanella readying himself. Taps the bat on the inside of his right foot. Takes a quick glance at the scoreboard. Heinzelman on the rubber. Heinzelman now set. The runners take their lead. He lets it go. Grounded hard to Jones. He's up with it. He goes to second for 1. Back to first. Oh, double play. And Snyder moves to third. And the Phillies have cooled. A great comeback chance for the Dodgers. But they must still face Perillo. Perillo gets set to bat against Heinzelman. 2 down. Snyder on third for Brooklyn. Hitting at 400. Perillo steps up to the plate. Catcher Lopata sets his target. Snyder takes his lead at third. The pitch. Swung on. Grounded hard toward Hamner. It's by him into left. Snyder scores. Perillo holds first with a single. So the single drives in 1, and the Dodgers get 1 back, cutting that lead in half. The fans want more. That gives Perillo a RBI on the season. Hodges getting ready to go. Hodges has a walk and 2 trips. Lopata crouched down now. Heinzelman fires it in. Bouncer to Miller. He flips to Hamner at second. And they get him. That's 3 away. For the Dodgers, 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1. They score, but still trail by 1. The score now stands 4-3. Dodgers trail. Miller, Heinzelman, and Waitkus due up for Philadelphia. Well, Miller to lead it off for the Phillies. A right-sider. He's hitting 107. Miller gets in there. Newcomb staring in, ready to work. The offering to Miller. The ball is chopped out over the mound. Reese gets to it in front of second, rifles it to first, and just nips Miller 1 down. The Phillies have 1 gone, bases empty. Here's a pitcher, Heinzelman. Batter waits. Right-hander Newcomb ready. The pitch is on the way. Fastball badly fooled. Strike 3. 2 gone. Now coming to bat for the Phillies, Waitkus. Waitkus, 3 tries, 3 hits. Waitkus waiting for Newcomb. Newcomb looking home. Here's the pitch. Grounded to Robinson. He scoops it up. Flips to first. Phillies gone. So the Phillies go in order. The score is still 4-3 Philadelphia as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom of the lineup, Rackley, Cox, and Newcomb coming up. Rackley to lead it off for the Dodgers. He's a lefty. Lapata set. Heinzelman brings it home. Line to right. Ennis will play it on the hop. And Rackley is on with a single. The tying run is on. 1 on. Cox is stepping up to hit against Heinzelman. Billy has done nothing in 2 trips. Rackley has some speed. Heinzelman put on the rubber. Checks Rackley on first. Big hole on the right side. Rackley not wandering too far. Here's the pitch. Swung on. Grounded hard to short off his chest. He picks it up. Throws quickly to first. 1 down. Rackley moves up. Here's a pitcher. Newcomb. Runner on second. 1 down. At the plate this season, he's 2 for 8. Including 1 in this game. Now batting .250. And walk once. Rackley at second has some speed. The tying run out there. Heinzelman climbs the mound. Lapata set. The pitch. It's bunted down the third baseline. Jones charges. He gloves it. Throws over to first. And gets him by a step. Rackley crosses to third. The tying run is now at third base. Two gone. Rackley hanging out at third for Brooklyn. Reese up to hit. We're back at the top of the order. He's hitting .321. Heinzelman has asked for a new ball. He's rubbing it up. He bangs his spike on the front side of the rubber to clear the dirt. The ump wants to look at the ball. Now he returns it to Heinzelman. So now, Pee-wee at the plate. Adjusts his shoulders. Waits. Heinzelman is on the slab. Heinzelman looking home. Checks third. Here's the delivery. Lofted to left field. Not deep. Holnick playing him just right. And he puts it away for the third out. The half for the Dodgers. No runs on 1 hit. They leave 1. They had a chance but could not convert. The score still stands 4-3. Dodgers down as we head for the top of the 7th inning. Here come the big guns for the Phillies. Ashburn, Ennis, and Lapata. Here's Ashburn to start it off. He's hitting .421. Newcomb staring in, ready to work. The pitch. Swung on, foul tip. Held by Campanella. Strikeout, one away. One out, seventh inning, and it's up. He's hitting .324. Newcomb will go to work on him. Newcomb kicks and deals. Slow bounder up the middle. Reese is over. Good bounce. The throw to first. Bounces in the dirt. Hodges scoops it. And they get him. Two away. Well, Tate will bat next for Philadelphia. 2 outs. Tate is 2 for 3, and he scored once. Newcomb prepared to work. Here comes a pitch. Right by him, 3 down. So the Phillies are retired in order. We've played 6.5. Dodgers still down by 1. Okay, folks, on your feet. Take a break for the 7th inning stretch.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back. While it's root for the home team. They don't win, it's a shame. Well, it's 1, 2, 3 strike you out at the old ball game.
Heinzelman will now face the Dodgers. Artillery, Snyder, Robinson, and Campanella. Snyder to lead it off. Duke waits. Heinzelman looking home. Heinzelman kicks and deals. Routine fly ball to right. Ennis moves under it, taps the glove, and makes the catch. 1 down. Robinson to hit. Robinson is a guy who will battle you to get on. Heinzelman looking home. Heinzelman fires it in. Robinson drills one by Jones. Backed up by Hamner. The long off-balance throw. The stretch by Waitkus. Out at first for out number 2. Next up, Brooklyn hitter Campanella. Roy, 1 for 2 with a walk, has a ribby. Roy can do some damage. Heinzelman prepared to work. Heinzelman into the wind. Check swing and a roller back to the mound. Heinzelman is up with it, takes his time, and tosses it to Waitkus for the putout. So the Dodgers go in order. The score still 4-3. Dodgers trail. For Philadelphia, here in the 8th, Jones, Holmick, and Hamner. Jones to lead it off for the Phillies. Right-handed hitter to face Newcomb. Jones 0 for 3. Campanella crouched down now. Newcomb brings it to the plate. On the hand, Jones flicks it to right. Robinson might have a play. Racing back for it, but it falls in just out of reach, and Jones is aboard with a single. One on. Here's Holmick to hit for the Phillies. On the day, Holmick is 1 for 1. He's walked once. He's driven in a run, and he scored a run. Jones with satisfactory speed. Newcomb climbs the mound. Eyes narrow as he peers in for the sign. His mitt steady. Newcomb staring in, ready to work. Here's the delivery. Swung on. It's a high fly to center. Snyder roams over. Plenty of room. And he makes the catch. 1 away. And Jones gets back safely. for Philadelphia. Jones on first, 1 out. Hamner will bat next for Philadelphia. Granny is 1 for 3, 1 RBI, and he scored once. The batter stands in. Newcomb is on the slab. Miller now kneels in the on-deck circle. Righty against righty. Checks Jones on first. The offering from Newcomb. Grounded deep toward the hole. Cox just reaches it, and he won't get off the throw. Hamner rounds first and holds. Infield hit from Hamner. Second hit for Hamner in the game. 11th hit for the Phillies. Now Miller to face Newcomb. Bats right. The Phillies have 1 gone. Jones at second. Hamner at first. Miller 0 for 3. On the season, only 1 RBI so far for Eddie. Miller waiting. Newcomb sets up on the rubber again. Unlikely that Heinzelman will bat next. Righty against righty. Checks Jones at second. Phillies manager McCoy looking at his score sheet. He'll buy a little insurance. So Miller leaves. McCoy sends the lefty Sisler to the plate. He grabs some timber. Walks confidently before the crowd. Sisler to face Newcomb. Dick is sizzling so far. His 13 hits put him at 406. 1 homer, 3 ribbies. Sisler gets in there. And here comes Dodgers manager McCoy. He's asking Newcomb for the ball. In from the bullpen is Banta. So Newcomb gets his innings. He pitched 7 1/3. The game for Newcomb, 4 runs so far on 11 hits. 1 walk. He fans 5. He's responsible for the runners. He can only lose it. Banta throws from the right. He has a lofty 20.25 ERA. This is his 3rd appearance. He's worked 1 1/3. He'll be looking for the double play. Banta takes a few warm-up pitches. He's rubbing up the ball. We're ready to go. He has a task ahead of him here. Banta climbs a mound, poker-faced as he gets Campanella signed. Heinzelman still has his jacket on. Checks Jones at second. The runners take their lead. The offering from Banta. Sisler hits in the air to right center field. Perillo is over. He has it. Both runners are tagging, but they're holding them as the throw comes back in. Pitcher Heinzelman up. 2 outs. Runners at first and second for Philadelphia. On the season, he's 1 for 6. Earlier had his 2nd RBI. He's sacrificed twice and walked twice. Banta is ready to fire it in. Banta brings it to the plate. Chopper back to the mound. Banta comes in, picks it up, fires to first, and gets him by a step to retire the side. For the Phillies, no runs on 2 hits, 2 left. They waste the runners, holding their narrow margin. Dodgers still with a 1-run deficit. The Dodgers will have Perillo, Hodges, and Rackley here in the 8th. Coming into play second base for the Phillies is Blattner. Sisler leaves the game. Perillo will get it started for the Dodgers. A right-sider. They need to get him on. On the day, Perillo is 1 for 2. He's driven in 2, batting a meager .419. Heinzelman sets up on the rubber again. Lefty against righty. He comes home. He pops him up back of second. Blattner settles under it. He has it for the first out. One out, 8th inning. Hodges gets set to bat against Heinzelman. Hodges 0 for 2 with a walk. They'll have to work around Hodges' power. Heinzelman climbs a mound. The pitch comes in. There's a long fly ball deep to right. It's got a chance. Ennis races to the wall, leaps, and wins. That's grand theft homer. Hodges kicks the dirt near second. He was robbed. 2 gone. Next up, Rackley. 2 outs. Marv has a hit and a walk in 3 trips. Heinzelman prepares to come home. Here's a pitch from Heinzelman. Lofted down the line to right. Ennis racing over. He won't get it. He cuts it off. Rackley wisely holds first. He's on with a single. The tying run is on. That's Rackley's second hit of the game. Okay, Cox steps up to face Heinzelman. 2 away. Rackley down at first for Brooklyn. Cox 0 for 3. Left-handed Heinzelman goes to the set position. He cranks and fires. Cox swings. This is a big league fly ball. Center field. This should do it. He's got it for the 3rd out. That'll do it for Brooklyn. Nothing across. After 8, it's still 4 to 3. Phillies. Philadelphia. Now we'll send out the top of the order. Waitkus, Ashburn, and Ennis. To get it going for the Phillies here. Waitkus, he bats left-handed. When the Phillies need a base runner, Waitkus is the guy they want up there. Waitkus is 3 for 4. Pitcher Banta set to go. The pitch. Just off the corner. A base on balls. So the Phillies have nobody out. Waitkus on at first. Next to bat for Philadelphia is a left-hand hitting Ashburn. Ashburn 0 for 4. Banta on the rubber. Ennis is in his batting stance on deck. Checks Waitkus on first. McCoy looking down, shuffling his right foot. Waitkus well off first. Now he throws to first, and Waitkus is back easily. Banta gets the ball back. Now he's set again. Throw to first. He's back. Now Banta is back on the rubber. Throw to first. He's back standing. Now Banta is back on the rubber. He cranks and fires. Grounded deep into the hole. Reese is over. He's got it. The long throw to first. That's 1. Waitkus moves up. All right, 1 away. Waitkus on second. We have right-handed Ennis to bat for the Phillies. Ennis has a hit in 4 trips. And he scored a run. Ennis steps in. Catcher Campanella sets his target. And they are putting Ennis on. Intentional walk. They elect to face the 500 hitter rather than Ennis at 316. Although Mapata has been showing great power, they already have a platoon advantage. Next to bat for Philadelphia is Mapata for Philadelphia. Waitkus on second. Ennis on first. 1 out. Mapata has been up 4 times with 2 hits. Mapata has struck out twice, and he scored once. Right-hander Banta ready. Banta fires it in. Popped high to the left side. Cox moves toward the line. He camps under it. Infield fly called, and he brings it down. And the runners hold. Two on, the top of the 9th inning. Right-handed hitter Jones gets set to bat against Banta. Jones 1 for 4. Banta will go to work on him. The runners take their lead. Quick move to the plate. Check swing. He went around. That's 3 away. For the Phillies, no runs on no hits. There were no errors. They leave 2, so they fail to cash in on 2 valuable runners, holding their narrow margin. Dodgers trailing by 1 as we go to the home half. for Brooklyn here in the ninth. Banta, Reese, and Snyder. Banta is scheduled to hit. We'll have to wait to see if he bats for himself. Banta's up. Jack taking his first at bat of the season. Heinzelman climbs a mound. He leans in for the sign from Lapata. Reese is in his batting stance on deck. Dodgers manager McCoy looking at his score sheet. McCoy is yanking Banta. Hermansky will bat in his place. Bat's left. He grabs a bat. Heads to the box. Banta pitched an inning and 2/3. His line, no runs on no hits. Here comes Hermansky to take his cuts. Hermansky hitting .207. Gene can get on. Heinzelman stretches his arms above his head, sticks his glove under his arm. He's down on one knee, tying a shoelace. Hermansky takes his place in the box, sets his hands. Gene has a look of determination on his face, taps the plate, waits for the pitch. Heinzelman climbs a mound. Heinzelman brings it. Belted to right, near the foul pole, and it's long gone. Home run for Hermansky. Gene ties it up. Gene trots around the bases. He loves a trip downtown. He claps his hands. So they collect a big solo homer, his first home run of the season, and the Dodgers tied up. They have matched the Phillies, even at 4 apiece. Just listen to that crowd. That gives Hermansky 3 RBI on the season. No outs, a run in. Reese up. It's hard to keep Reese off the base pass. Pee-wee hitless and 3 at-bats with a walk, and he scored once. Heinzelman wipes sweat from his hands. Heinzelman works the ball with his hand. Reese in the batter's box. Sets his hands. Leans in. Heinzelman is on the slab. Heinzelman looking home. He delivers. Wide by a hair. Free ticket to first for Reese, and Heinzelman has walked a winning run. And that's 6 free tickets by Heinzelman. Reese on first. It's now the port side swinger, Snyder, to the bat. Snyder hitless and 3 at-bats with a walk, and he scored once. Duke can do some damage. Very unlikely to bunt here. Reese is jockeying for a big lead off first. He represents the winning run. Snyder still not in the box. Tugs at his belt. Works the bat across his back. Heinzelman flaps his left arm. Adjusts his collar. Kicks the rubber. Duke at the plate. Loosens his grip slightly. Now ready. Heinzelman put on the rubber. Catcher ready. Reese bluffs going. The pitch grounded deep into the hole. Hamner has it. Throws quickly to Blattner, covering. Out. Over to first. Safe by a step, but they get the lead runner. Here's Robinson. 1 down. Snyder on at first for Brooklyn. Score tied. Robinson has been up 4 times with 2 hits. Heinzelman cannot afford to make a mistake to Robinson. Heinzelman wants to pin Snyder to first. Robinson preparing to bat. Heinzelman flaps his left arm. Robinson in the batter's box. Tugs at his cap. Lowers the bat an inch or 2. Now ready. Heinzelman is on the slab. Lefty against righty. Left-hander Heinzelman ready. Snyder bluffs going. Throw over to first. Snyder back standing. Heinzelman gets the ball back. Now he's set again. Now he comes home with it. Fly ball. Long ball. Ashburn posts himself under it. And he makes the catch. That's out number 2. Snyder is tagging, but the first base coach is emphatic about holding him up. 1 on, the bottom of the 9th inning. Next to bat for Brooklyn is Campanella. Roy is 1 for 3 with a walk, 1 RBI. Campanella with dependable power. Campanella wipes his left sleeve across his forehead, bends to straighten his socks. Heinzelman bends for the rosin bag. Campanella steps up to the plate, lowers the bat an inch or two. Now ready. Heinzelman on the rubber. Checks Snyder on first. Space on the right. Snyder leading off. The pitch. Swung on. Popped up. Hamner is backing up quickly. Still backing. He's under it. And makes the catch. The line for the Dodgers. 1 run on 1 hit. They lead 1. They have tied this game. Scored all tied up at 4 at the end of the 9th. 8 baseball grand. We keep playing till we have a winner. We're going to extra innings. Holmig, Hamner, and Blattner due up for Philadelphia. Martin is coming on in relief for Brooklyn. Martin comes from the left side. ERA at 4.5. This is his 3rd appearance. He's worked 2 innings. No record yet. It's his game to win. To get it going for the Phillies here, Holmig. On the day, Holmig is 1 for 2. 1 free pass, driven in 1, and he scored once. Holmig has speed. Martin works the ball with his hand. The batter stands in. Quick look at the ump. Again focused on Martin. Knocks the bat handle twice on the plate. Leans in. Campanella sets up. The pitch. Grounded toward Reese. He feels it. Takes his time. Throws over to Hodges. And Holmig is gone. That's 1. It's now Hamner the bat. Hamner has been up 4 times with 2 hits. Driven in 1. And he scored a run. Hamner at bat. His speed can force errors. Hamner in the batter's box. He steps out of the box. Adjusts. Now he's back in. Tugs at his cap. Waits. Martin poised. The pitch. Yanked toward short. Reese dives. And it's through. Single for Hamner. The go-ahead run has reached 3rd. Safety for Hamner. Blattner walking up the bat. Buddy will hurt you. So far this season, 1 for 3. Real speed at first with Hamner on. Blattner still not in the box. Puts a hand briefly on the back of his neck. Martin bends for the rosin bag. Fiddle hitches out there. Blattner steps up to the plate. Waits for the pitch. Martin is on the slab. Catcher ready. McCoy looks on silent. Space on the right. Hamner leading off. He delivers. Taken. Ball. Blattner walks. That was Blattner's first walk of the season. Heinzelman is scheduled to hit. At the plate this season, he's 1 for 7. Earlier had his 2nd RBI. He sacrificed twice and walked twice. The Phillies will not be bunting here. Hamner at 2nd can turn it on. The go-ahead run. Batter in the box. He is 1 for 4 here. Martin climbs the mound. Martin looking home. Phillies skipper McCoy walking down the bench. McCoy is recalling pitcher Heinzelman. Caballero will bat in his place. Bats right. He shoulders the bat. He'll take his time getting to the box. So Heinzelman gets his innings. He pitched 9 full innings. He yielded 4 runs on 8 hits. A homer. He can win the game if they go ahead in this inning. Here's Caballero coming to the plate. A trusty bat. To date, 1 for 1. Hamner out at midway, can race. Dish him, and they take the lead. If you walk the bases loaded, you have no place to put Waitkus. Caballero pulls at his sleeve. Martin shakes out his arms. Caballero in the box. Works his hands on the bat handle. Waits. Martin put on the rubber. The ball's hidden in his mitt. Lefty against righty. Left-hander Martin ready. The runners take their lead. Now the pitch grounded deep into the hole. Reese is racing over for it. He dives for it. He's got it. He's on his feet. But he holds the ball. No play anywhere, and the bases are loaded. So here we go, sports fans. The go-ahead run is now on third. Bases full. The top of the 10th inning. Waitkus now walks out to bat. Waitkus 3 for 4 with a walk. He almost always puts the ball into play. Hamner has a wheel. The go-ahead run. Waitkus wipes his left sleeve across his forehead. Martin inspects the ball. The ump is dusting off the plate. Waitkus steps up to the plate. Leans in. Martin put on the rubber. Shakes off the sign. Now Campanella is running out to the mound. They're talking it over. And now Campanella is trotting back. Here we go. Waitkus with 3 hits already. Infield deep. The runners take their lead. The pitch. He slashes it toward the hole, but Reese gloves it. Fires to second for the force, and a quick relay to first. Yes, the twin killing, and they get out of the inning. And Martin is pumped. The line for the Phillies. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. They leave 2. They waste the runner. Another half inning gone. Dodgers. Phillies. Even at 4 apiece. Perillo, Hodges, and Rackley to bat next. Donnelly is coming on to pitch for the Phillies. Donnelly throws from the right. He has a lofty 27 ERA. This is his second appearance. He's worked 2/3 of an inning. No record yet. It's his game to win. All right. Perillo will get it started for the Dodgers. He swings from the right. In this game, Perillo is 1 for 3. He has 2 ribbies. His average now at .406. The Phillies defense on the ready. Perillo has the speed to shake things up. Donnelly stretches his arms above his head. Carl at the plate. Leans in. Donnelly ready. Donnelly comes to the plate. Hit in the air to center. Ashburn takes 3 steps to his right, and he covers it. 1 down. All right, 1 gone. Hodges will bat next for Brooklyn, a right-sider. Hodges is a threat for the extra base hit. Gill walk once, now 0 for 3. Hodges can get down the line. Batter in the box. Waits. Donnelly gets set to work on him. The pitch. Fastball right across the plate. Strike 1. Hodges steps up to the plate, sets his cap. Waits. Donnelly looking in. Donnelly winds and fires. Hodges blasts the drive to right center. It might have the distance. It rattles the wall. Ashburn plays the carom. Hodges is going for 2. Here's the throw. And Hodges pulls into second with a long double. So fasten your seat belts once again. That puts the winning run in scoring position. 1 on. Brooklyn now sends Rackley to bat. Rackley has added 2 hits, 1 walk in his 4 tries. Okay power. Mars has driven home 2 runs for the season. Rackley wipes his left sleeve across his forehead, hitches his pants. Donnelly wipes sweat from his hands. Rackley steps up to the plate. Mars has a look of determination on his face. Waits. Donnelly climbs the mound. Checks Hodges at second. Donnelly kicks and delivers. Swung on, base hit. Down the line to right. Ennis gallops for it. He has it. Hodges rounds third. The throw comes into Waitkus. And they're holding Hodges at third. So here we go, sports fans. The winning run is now on third base. Third. Safety for Brackley. Cox, the hit. Runners at first and third. One out. He almost always puts the ball into play. Cox has done nothing in 4 trips. Tilly has 2 RBIs this season. Cox raises both arms above his head with a bat in between. Donnelly positions his mitt. Fiddle hitches out there. Batter in the box plays a little flute with his fingers on the bat handle. Waits. Donnelly climbs the mound. Shakes off the sign. Now he has one he likes. Righty against righty. Checks the runners. He squares. He delivers. Strike 3. And Cox is hopping mad. He's jumping up and down. No, wait. He's not angry. He's hurt. The pitch hit him. The umpire's calling time. The trainer's out. Cox is on his feet. It doesn't look good. Cox has some choice words for Donnelly. He's still yelling as he enters the dugout. He may be lost to the Dodgers for a long time. The report from the clubhouse. Cox injured for 12 days, and the bases are loaded. Donnelly is on the slab. Donnelly gets set to work on him. Dodgers manager McCoy looking at his score sheet. McCoy is recalling pitcher Martin. Who is it? Olmo will bat for him. Bats right. He shoulders a bat. Walks confidently before the crowd. Martin pitched 1 inning. He leaves with no runs on 2 hits. Donnelly climbs the mound. Dodgers manager McCoy looking at his score sheet. Cox is injured. Who are you going to call? McCoy will hustle McCormick out to run for him. We'll have to see if he stays in the game. McCormick is not a big threat, but he'll get you some runs. Here's Olmo coming to the plate. A very steady hitter. He's a contact hitter. Good speed at third. He represents the winning run. Olmo readying himself. Donnelly wipes sweat from his hands. Donnelly has asked for a new ball. He's rubbing it up. So Donnelly either throws it over the dish or forces it a run. Olmo steps up to the plate. He digs in deep with his spikes. Waits. Donnelly on the rubber. Eyes locked in on Papata for the sign. McCoy looking on. Phillies playing for the double play. The runners take their lead. Donnelly winds and fires just off the plate. And he issues a free pass. And Donnelly has walked to the winning run. And that's it. The Dodgers have won it. Spurred on by the disciplined leadership of McCoy, the suspense is resolved. Finish with 1 out here in the 10th inning. In the end, it was a close one. The Phillies have fallen to the Dodgers. 5-4. Here's the line for the Dodgers. 5 runs on 10 hits, no errors. They lead 12 for the Phillies. 4 runs on 13 hits, no errors. And they lead 12. Martin gets the win, his first. His record now 1-0. Donnelly takes the loss, his first. His record now 0-1. So the Dodgers gain a step in this 3-game series. They now stand at 2-zip for the Dodgers. They are hot. Now with 3 straight wins for the Dodgers. Overall, they now stand at 5-3 for the Phillies. Overall, 4-5. In the next game, they'll go after the Phillies again. Bye for now, everybody. Ernie Harwell and WAPBA leaving you from Brooklyn. Final score, Brooklyn Dodgers 5, Philadelphia Phillies 4.
All right, a bit of a strange ending to the game, but there you go. But we had two good ones tonight. So what I'm going to do is sim out the next day, and we'll play everything um, on this day that isn't quote unquote human managed, because like I said, we're going to be following Cleveland, Boston, the Dodgers, and the Cardinals in this as we go through it. The Giants right now off to an 8-1 start, but we'll see how that goes. So you guys once again get to see how quickly this plays games in the background. So right over here you'll see it, and it's done. And the ones that are still colored are the ones that have to be played. So let me make this go away. There's Forbes Field. All right, we'll have a quick look at the standings here, and then we're going to close it out, man, for today. Reports, there we go. Standings on the day. So very quickly, in the American League, the New York Yankees off to a 7-2 start. And they are 2 games up on the Cleveland Indians and Detroit Tigers. Each of those clubs playing at 5-4. In the National League, the New York Giants off to an 8-1 start. They're 2.5 up on the Dodgers, 3 up on the Braves, and the Phillies and Cardinals 4 back. So that's where we are in this 1949 sort of replay, because it's not an as-played schedule. When I do season replays like this on here, I don't really bother with that. I just like to have fun. So guys, thank you for coming in tonight. It was a lot of fun. And Ernie certainly outdraws when I do it. So I'm glad you guys had fun with it tonight. So I already said my thank yous earlier to everybody. I know Big Clue wasn't in here earlier, so thank you to Big Clue as well. And all you guys, and Todd B, because Todd B came after I went off mic, and Aaron Reed. And I think that is everybody else was here. So until next we meet, as usual, yeah, just see around the batting cage and enjoy your day, roll up some games, and do all the fun things about baseball. And see you around, guys. Thank you, everybody, so much. Chris Slovic, by the way, was in too after I went off mic. Take care, guys, and good night.